tennis. So I guess that's probably spurred me on to be a coach as I've gotten older.
Probably when I first experienced working in a grassroots club. So there was different challenges that came to that, different children that came within that from different backgrounds, and just seeing how I could progress each child and actually seeing people take the step into football or sport and actually have a real enjoyment around playing sport and competing.
Obviously as a kid I'd grown up playing, gone through an academy system, and then I signed at Fleetwood, and I was 17, I got quite a bad little health scare that ruled me out for about a year. And to keep me engaged in the game, the club asked me to coach in the 16s with John Hills. That was my first real taste of it, and got the little buzz then, and I've carried on ever since then. That was my first real taste at 16, 17 years old.
Around 19, 20 years old, I'd been in like the service fast food industry there. I went abroad to Canada, did my snowboarding qualifications, so I qualified to level 1 and 2 when I was 22 years old. And then once I came back from that, I started looking to get more into the sport industry and got involved around football at that time. So I'd say around 21, 22, yeah, about then, yeah.